Florida is without a doubt the diving capital of the United States. Between the pristine coral reefs of the Florida Keys, the big sharks in the deep surrounding ocean, and the freshwater cave systems all over the central part of the state. On my recent trip to Florida, I got to explore some of the craziest cave systems in the whole state, where I discovered a lot of unique stuff, including an underwater air chamber. We'll start with the craziest dive of the whole trip, a spot known as Blue Grotto. This cave system goes all the way down to 100 feet, and features many fascinating rock formations, and even this air chamber where you can breathe while in 40 feet of water.
And this is it right here. This is Blue Grotto. It's not that big of an opening, but that is because it's a cave system, and it actually goes down over 100 feet underneath these rocks. Yeah, this isn't just a really cool cave. You also have a ton of different animals you can interact with.
Now, of course, as soon as I hopped in the water, Virgil the soft-shelled turtle came over to check me out. Despite the name, Virgil is actually a female soft-shelled turtle, and after I passed her little inspection, I decided to head down deeper into the cave. Now, the opening room of this cave is like nothing I've ever seen before, almost 100 feet wide at its largest point, but the deeper you go, the tighter the room gets, and man, it gets dark very, very fast, so having your lights is critical. The rock formations in the back are really cool, and this tight area right here is what takes you all the way to the end of the cave. This section of the cave also has different artifacts spread around. I heard that these have been down here for a very long time, and it's definitely something I didn't expect to find while diving. This right here is a small cave catfish, another thing I didn't really expect to find while down here. This little guy won't get much larger than this, but it was another very cool find inside Blue Grotto. As I stopped to adjust my equipment, Virgil decided to come over and check me out, and by the looks of it, she does love to be on camera. She is without a doubt the friendliest turtle I have ever interacted with. It seemed like she just wanted to hang out. However, eventually she got bored and left, and as this happened, I looked up and saw maybe the craziest thing ever underwater, the air chamber. I made one last quick adjustment and swam towards it to check it out. There's only a handful of underwater air chambers like this around the world, and getting to breathe and talk like normal while scuba diving is insane. After this, I decided to explore around the outside of the cave, where I filmed all of the different fish and even ran into Virgil one last time. Blue Grotto is one of the craziest dive sites I have ever been to. However, it's not the only crazy cave in Central Florida, because I also explored the cave of Ginnie Springs and some of the hidden surrounding cave systems. Ginnie Springs is home to what I believe to be the clearest water on planet Earth, and it's also home to another massive cave system. Now, I couldn't go all the way down while freediving, but I was still able to explore the inside parts of the cave. Now, just about a quarter of a mile away is one of my favorite caves in the world. This is called Devil's Eye, and this crack specifically is known as Little Devil's Eye. It's so narrow and goes down far enough to where you can't even see the bottom. I completely disappear before I come back up. I love exploring this cave because of how unique it is. Freediving down to the bottom is so cool. My dive watch had me clocked at a max depth of just over 40 feet. And if you have claustrophobia, this definitely isn't the cave for you. You can see all the way down here at the bottom where it narrows down and the cave system opens up. Very few cave divers go down here because of how tight of a fit it is. I even tried fitting into some of the tighter areas of the opening, but I just couldn't squeeze through. After this, I explored some of the other smaller caves in the area, but Blue Grotto, Ginnie Springs, and Devil's Eye are some of the craziest and coolest caves in America. Between talking and breathing in an underwater air chamber, getting face to face with a soft-shelled turtle, or freediving down 40 feet inside a tight cave, I explored some of the coolest underwater places Florida has to offer.